Stop procrastinating. Why are you procrastinating with your life? Procrastination is the assassination of your character. You need to find your why. For everybody who tells me, yo, man, I can't run a business. I'm trying to figure out how do I run a business? How do I get a team together? How do I manage properties out of state? How do I do this? How do I do that? You know what I tell them? Are you taking your paycheck to pay your bills every month? Are you organizing your home structure? Meaning, you making sure inside your house, you get up, you fix your lunch, or you prepare the kids, or you prepare the kids' lunch, or you know what time you got to pick them up from school, or you know what time you got, that's a business. It's just your personal business. So don't tell me you can't run a business. You're literally running a business by running your life, by running your household. How do you think you cannot run a business? You're denying yourself the opportunity to become the success that you know you can be. Once you realize these things and you sit back and say to yourself, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not be okay. When you think you have it all figured out, we really don't. There's still other elements we need to get in place, but we have to start from somewhere. And it's another thing that I'm really, for myself, that I'm gonna be conscious about doing. I'm gonna stop asking people that I really care about, are you okay? Are you okay? You know why? That's a rhetorical question. Have you ever witnessed someone who's been in an accident or someone who's been hurt and they go, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? They go, yeah, I'm okay. Because the mind has been programmed to automatically respond the same way to that question. Even if you're in pain, even if you're hurt, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right. It's rhetorical. For me, I want to start asking people, what is it about your life that you love today? That right there will make you think. That right there will make the other person you ask that question go, damn, really, what is it? You might really spark a conversation that'll change their life. That might literally help them get through what they're going through or to get to that other side where they can't get to. What is it about your life that you love today? You have to be able to separate what's urgent from what's important. They're not the same. What's urgent from what's important. What's urgent is something you need to tend to because you need to make sure that urgent thing is being done. What's important is things that you can delegate and look after those things if someone now says, we have a situation that you need to now handle it because now we're looking at something that's urgent. So create the separation in your life. What's urgent, what's important? Your relationship with certain friends, is it important or is it urgent? That phone call, is it important or is it urgent? So I made a clear separation on what's important and what's urgent in my life. And guess what I also did? I gained back time. Time is so important, and time is really the determining factor of what all of this is about. If you're not valuing your time and you have people around you that's not valuing your time, you will lose your time. It'll just slip away, or someone else will be in control of your time. This is what I want y'all to do. Literally, I want you to look at your cell phone. I want you to look at the last 10 people that you've had a conversation with and ask yourself, do they bring value to your life? I want you to go through your cell phone, scroll through your text messages. See, was the conversation adding value into your life? We see people who will fight someone for their cell phone. We see people literally risk their lives, risk relationships, everything over a cell phone. But I'm gonna ask you a question. Is the things inside your cell phone, which are 80% contacts, worth your life, your time, or is it bringing you value? The content you can get back, your phone's backed up. You can get the pictures, you can get all that back. But if that device means so much to you, why shouldn't the people that you're talking to the most, texting the most, communicating with the most, why are they not at the top of the list? Why are you answering the phone for people that don't bring you value? Why are you allowing people into that personal space of yours that you are saying to yourself, they're not worth it? Or when you get off the phone, you ask yourself, why did I talk to them? There are people who are really use you so you can become the butt of their excuse. Not B-U-T-T, but B-U-T, but for their excuse. What do I mean by that? You have someone call you, man, I'm trying to get out my job. I'm going through this, my foreman this, my supervisor that, situation in my family. You know, I'm in this relationship. I'm trying to figure this out. It's not working. And you now come along and want to give them some solid advice. I'm talking solid. Things that you've been through that can help. You've watched, you see what they go through, and you giving them all this advice. Won't you consider doing this? Why don't you consider implementing this into the household? Why don't you consider having a conversation about that? Why don't you consider everything you breaking down makes total sense? You've been in this space before. They listening to you. And then after you finish, you know what they'll say? Yeah, I agree with you, but let me tell you what my mentor told me. My mentor told me, when you're having an in-depth conversation with somebody and they use the word but, the but is the delete button for the brain. They literally deleted everything you just said to them, everything you just gave to them. And anything that comes after them saying but is them trying to validate the excuse of what they're doing is the right thing to do. Anytime somebody asks me for advice and I give them the advice on stuff that I'm experienced in, and when they're done, they go, yeah, I wanted to try that, but I'll be quiet and I listen. And when they're done, I say, yo, good luck with that. God bless you. Because they didn't take nothing in, literally. Don't become that but for that person. We might feel like that we're built for this. I can do this. My mission is this. But I'm going to tell you something. Success is not for the faint of heart. Success is not for the faint of heart. You have to understand you're going to lose relationships. You're going to have the ones closest to you that are going to judge you. Literally, they might and most likely will talk about you. And the people that love you the most, unfortunately, a lot of them want to see you fail. They want to see you fail. Let me tell you why. No fault of their own. Is because you are now leaving out of that box. Like when you share a common denomination about something with someone, you guys are in the box, you know, you all share a job together, you all share troubles together, you all share miseries together, you all share bills paying together, you all share going on trips together and talk about your things and out, like you're in the box. But once you get out of that box and you start talking to them about leaving the box, they're happy for you, but they really don't want to see you go. Now they're going to be alone in that box. In a lot of ways, they're not seeing that you literally are trying to show them the escape route, but not everybody can be saved, family. You can't save everybody. You got to save yourself first, and if someone else don't catch on to what you're doing, you just got to go. Because you got to worry about you, your family, and what you're doing. You have to. Success has to build a character in you that has you really saying to yourself, can I live without that person? Can I be without that person? Am I a better person without that person? Can I make the hard decisions? Because I'm going to tell you, man, I made some hard decisions in my life. Hard decisions. You guys know I've been married, I've been divorced, I've been married, I've been divorced. And believe you me, those first times were literally because I had to make a decision on, was I gonna attach my caboose to somebody else's train, or I was the train and they were the caboose, and I know the direction I'm going was the direction of financial freedom. Like I had to make that decision. I had to literally look somebody else in the eyes and go, this ain't gonna work. Yeah, you hurt, people hurt, but let me tell you, temporary pain will definitely be worth more than you having to suffer long-term misery. Like, just rip it off. You have to. Are you built for success? Because it's not for the faint of heart. A lot of the times we can't get over the hill. We can't get past something. We can't achieve. We can't do this. You know why? Because history has a innate thing of repeating itself because we haven't learned. If we continuously do the same thing over and over, and we fail over and over, we're not learning from our history. Just because you said, yo, I'm gonna do it this time, but you start off the same way by telling the same people, by trying to partner with the same people, by having unmotivated people around you, by not seeking mentorship, what do you expect the results to be? Just because you found the new business you want to start doesn't mean that business is gonna win, because you're going at that new business with the same business format that failed on the last one. You can't do that. You gotta have a new plan, a new structure, a new way of getting it done. Mentorship, the shortest path to success is a mentor. You have to be able to see history repeats itself because you haven't learned from it. Change what you've done. Once you've changed that, you can literally go back to all the other business ideas you've had and you'll become successful because you realize what you were doing wrong. Once you realize what you were doing wrong, you'll also notice a key thing in this, right? It falls in line. If you're following the same steps and procedure, you're not allowing yourself to grow. You're not allowing your mind to evolve to be the thing, the person. And once you realize that your mind is continuously growing and begging for new information, begging for new knowledge, you're gonna realize one crucial thing. Your mind is like a tree, and you can never stop a tree from growing. Feed your mind, and it's gonna grow. A lot of the times on a journey, we look for the output, the business, starting my business. Like we say, yo, I wanna make $1 million, I wanna make $5 million, I wanna do this, but we haven't focused on the input. You focus so much on the success of your business or relationship. You're focusing on the output. I need to get this equipment. I need to do this. The doing requires something. It requires input. If you get the input, the output will handle itself. Before you run to want to go start all these great things, like before I wanted to get into the out-of-state real estate, what I needed to do was get input. I needed to get knowledge about these things. I needed to learn the market. I needed to learn about property management, learn about realtors, learn about sign-away closings, learn about inspectors, learn about an area, learn about a business, right? Because I could easily say, yo, the output is buying properties and running by those properties. But now I don't know how to manage them. Now I'm lost because I didn't focus on the input. I want y'all to focus on the input, and guess what? The output will take care of itself. If you focus on what you're taking in, health-wise, right? If you know your health isn't right, like that's an output. You're not in good health. Why? Because what you're putting into your body, the input, the results of the output is the input. So now if you start digesting, taking in good food, water, things that you know are gonna make you healthy, guess what? It's gonna show on the output. People say, yo, but my skin, the color of your eyes and nails, they talk about all these things when you hear doctors talk about. What's the next thing they'll tell you? Start drinking less, start drinking more water, stop eating this. That right there, if that don't show you that the input dictates your output, I don't know what else to give you. Start focusing on what you're putting into your mind, into your body, and the output will take care of the rest. Your body, your mind is an engine. Knowledge is the gas. What kind of gas you putting in your body? You putting cheap, putting high octane. You need to be focused on putting the most high octane of fuel, of knowledge into your body so your production, your output can be elite. No journey, no fight, no task, no mission, no big thing that you want to accomplish isn't going to come without obstacles, right? Obstacles. You're a skier. You're skiing, a skier skis. He has obstacles. He has trees. He might have boulders. He might have different things. He has flags that he has to navigate, right? But what makes a skier successful? He doesn't focus on the obstacles. He focuses on the path. When you focus on the path, you automatically will avoid the obstacles. The obstacles are the frightening things in the way. So why would you focus on the thing that can cause you harm when all you have to do is just focus down on the path? A skier is a prime example of why they're so graceful at what they do. They don't look at the obstacles, focus on the path. You'll be way more successful than what you think you are right now. When you're putting the cost on all these things you're doing, and you say to yourself, man, this is getting expensive. It's costing me a lot of this. It's costing me a lot of that. It's costing me. But I'm gonna ask y'all something real serious, right? What I want you to think about is the opposite side of the coin. If it costs you to have mentorship, it costs you to be in programs, it costs you to buy these books, it costs you to get educated, it costs you, how much will it cost you to do nothing? How much will it cost you to not invest in yourself? But the most valuable thing that we need to understand is that you don't know what you need because you don't know what that thing is. Like, when you realize that thing, you will realize your knowledge needs to be infinite. Let me simplify it. Like, you don't know you need this part of your car. Your car's not working because you're not a mechanic. Mechanic will not educate you on a part you need to now get you back on the road. Your life is like that. You're stuck in this lane. You need something. You need someone to give you direction on that. You need a mentor who can tell you, oh, this right here would change your life. You didn't even know you needed that. And now all of a sudden you start excelling, you start moving again. You have to embrace the fact that you don't know everything and you're willing to let someone else get you there. You don't know what you need because you didn't know you needed that thing. Always say to yourself, I do not know everything and I'm willing to pay to know. Just make sure the person you're paying is seeking knowledge and getting valuable information from somebody else and they have a track record. That's what I advise. I'm gonna give y'all a tough analogy here, right? About wanting to help people. Wanting to help people is a thing that a lot of us have in us instinctively. We want to, whether it be food, giving them some money, giving them some information and knowledge, something to help people. But I'm going to give you something that I learned that my mentor shared with me, right? He said, you cannot save people from drowning if you don't know how to swim. And especially if you're trying to save people that are drowning who do know how to swim. That's heavy. You can't save people from drowning if you don't know how to swim. And more importantly, you can't try to save people from drowning who do know how to swim. Meaning, you need to arm yourself with enough information and knowledge to be able to help those people because they have some type of information that you now need to be able to make them relate to being accessible to wanting to learn more, right? Like, here it is. These people that are drowning, they know how to swim. They just don't know either how to swim upstream, downstream, back, like it's something they're lacking in their swimming. But now you gained enough knowledge as a professional swimmer to now go save people who know how to swim, but they're drowning. You must arm yourself with enough of the information. If you want to start helping people in financial space to financially know how to save money, like I want to help people in the real estate space buy property out of state. The great thing about it is I can help people who have real estate who just have property in state. See, I have property in state and out of state. So guess what? People in state, they might be drowning. They might can't afford the properties in the area, but guess what? Here's me, a better swimmer. coming to help them with knowledge about something that they don't know about, but they know about real estate. But now I talk to them about, here, you can buy properties all over the United States. Now you can now triple, double, quadruple your returns. Now you can use property management. You see what I'm saying? These people know how to invest. They're swimmers. They're drowning. But now I'm coming along with new ways of swimming to help stop them from drowning. Believing in yourself, right, is something that's number one. Believing in yourself is number one, is a must that you're going to get this thing done, what you're doing. But I'm going to tell you something about doubt. People always hear the expression, y'all only believe what I see. We probably said that several times. Yo, I believe what I see. I only believe what I see. If I can't see it, I don't believe it. But I'm going to tell you something. That could be the easiest way to create a disbelieving notion or a fire or this thing in you. You won't believe in yourself. Let me give you an example. If every time you looked at your bank account had $1,500 in it, your bank account had $500 in it, will you believe that that's all you're worth? If you believe that you living in a studio apartment, if you believe that in that studio apartment, that's where you're going to remain and stay because that's what your eyes are showing you, is that what you're going to believe? If you believe that you're going to have this car keeps breaking down, this is all you're ever going to have. See, your eyes are showing you. Your eyes are showing you only got $500 in a bank account, showing you only live in a studio apartment, showing you got a car that's constantly breaking down. But do you believe that's all you worth? Your eyes are lying to you. Your eyes are lying to you. Don't let your eyes allow doubt to creep up in what you're doing. You have to now believe in what's unseen, but it's seen in your heart, your mind, and by your actions, by achieving things like what? Absorbing knowledge, becoming the person along the way of that journey. Your eyes will lie to you all day, but you believing in yourself to become a greater version of you, that's dictated about what you do to take the right actions to get it done. That's nothing to do with your eyes. I'm not telling you just to have hope. I'm not telling you just to have hope. Hope is the thing left when reality has faded away and went somewhere to die. Don't just have hope that things will work out. Take action. You can have faith. You can have belief. But don't let your eyes tell you you cannot become that thing because your surroundings is telling you something different. Belief is something that you must like carve that into your soul. You believe what you're doing is for the right and you're going to get it done. You must believe, but I'm going to tell you what you got to stop believing in. Stop believing in your limitations and start believing in your expectations, right? We believe in the limitations. We believe the limitations. I broke it down. You believe the limitations of your job. You believe the limitations of your bank account. You believe the limitations of your relationships, your friendships. You believe the limitations of everything around you that your eyes are telling you that's lying. I need you to start believing most definitely in the expectation of what you can become once you start embracing that thing in you. That thing in you. I believe my job is my first business partner. I didn't believe everybody around me who kept saying, oh, you do 30 years or do 40 years and then you retire. I didn't believe that. I didn't believe in those limitations. I believe that once I got that first property, I got me a mentor, I can do this same thing 6, 7, 8 times. And I believe that definitely I'll be able to leave my job in 5 years, which I did. I believe that once I put this in place, all the things my mentor gave me, him, by what he was doing, let me know that I can do the same thing. I believed in me. They will have you believing in their limitations because they don't believe. I want you to stop believing in your limitations and believe really in the expectation of what you can become. And now with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up, y'all. Y'all know how we do, man. I want y'all to really dig deep within yourself. It was an honor and a pleasure. You could have been anywhere in the world today, but you was here with me. So I need y'all to do what? I need y'all to do what? Always seek knowledge. Peace.